No Christmas list exists. I was walking through the mall as it was closing down, just sort of window shopping and gawking all around. I went past Santa's castle and took a peek inside. He stood there in a corner, like a kid trying to hide. When he saw me peeking, he looked the other way, like the dog did that time he ate our pie on Christmas Day. The longer that I stared, the less he seemed to care. He eased around some toys and he slumped down in his chair. He said, "I bet you have a wish that you want me to hear." "Santa," I said meekly, "I was wondering about last year. Not that I'd complain, and I usually wouldn't say. But you brought a guitar to me, and I don't even play." Slowly he reached up, pushed his glasses into place, then stared at me a while as if studying my face. He leaned over to his side and he picked up a big book, then held it out to me so that I could take a look. "All these years before," he said, "I've had my Santa's book. To see your Christmas wish, I could open it and look. I know you're thinking to yourself, how could this book exist? The NSA surveilled you, and they heard your Christmas wish. Their surveillance helped me, so I've never had to guess. For years and years it's always worked, but now it's all a mess. Thanks to Edward Snowden, now there is no Christmas list, because everyone got angry that the NSA exists." He flailed his hands around his head, and in a mocking tone, he screeched, "The NSA must leave my privacy alone!" So now I have created my own surveillance team. It is the biggest problem that the North Pole's ever seen. I have a team of elves who are listening to each call, and really, what you're saying is not interesting at all. The elves are going crazy, because this is what they hear. He made a goofy face, and he held his hand up to his ear. "What you doing, buddy?" "Oh, nothing. How about you?" "Oh, nothing. How about later?" "Oh, same thing, just like you." You guys sound like idiots. Your phone calls are bizarre. The only thing that I could guess was bring you a guitar. So if you have a Christmas wish you'd like to make today, make your Christmas wish in the good old-fashioned way. I quickly looked around, making sure no one could see. I threw my arm around him and climbed upon his knee. He groaned and pushed me off, and I landed on the floor. "I mean, you need to make a list like people did before." He said, "Get it written out, then hand it back to me. And remember, you're too old to be climbing on my knee." I wrote my list of things that I want on Christmas Day, then handed it to him, and I turned to walk away. He said, "Wait a second there. I have something just for you." He reached into a box that was painted pink and blue. My eyes grew open wide. A gift that's just for me? My hands began to tremble. I could hardly wait to see. He simply glared at me while I lost all composure, then grumbled, "Settle down. It's my privacy disclosure."